so we're about 5 minutes away from the Premier League fixture announcement. I have to keep my voice down because some of my family are still asleep. I know I did a video a few days ago saying that the Premier League fixtures got leaked for the opening day, but it'd be interesting to see if that was actually the real fixtures or not. So yeah, here we go, Premier League fixtures for the opening day. And oh, okay, so Premier League fixtures for the opening day. First of all, I see my club Chelsea. We've got Brighton away, which is a decent enough match in fairness. Man United open to Burnley at Turf Moor. A tough opening game for them. Crystal Palace versus Southampton. Fulham versus Arsenal. Liverpool versus Leeds. A decent game. The champions of the Championship against the champions of the Premier League on the opening day. Man City open to Aston Villa. Tottenham open to Everton. West Brom against Leicester. West Ham against Newcastle. And Sheffield United against Wolves. So let's address the elephant in the room. The leaks were false. Of course, Manchester City and Manchester United's games will not be played on the opening day. I think they're played like the weekend after or something like that, because of course they did go far enough in the European competitions. Boxing Day fixtures: Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates, Leicester versus United at the King Power Stadium. Ooh, Wolves versus Spurs as well. Some decent games, you know. I can't believe we're playing Arsenal on Boxing Day at the Emirates. That's going to be a really good game. So we're playing Brighton away on September the 14th. I think that's a Monday night football classic for Timo Werner, Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech at the Amex Arena. I cannot wait for that. Final day of the season, we travel to Villa Park against Aston Villa. That'll be a very tough game. Arsenal versus Brighton, Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Fulham versus Newcastle, Leeds versus West Brom. A relegation battle maybe on the final day. I know Leeds probably won't be there, but the two promoted sides are going head to head in the final day. Leicester versus Tottenham, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, Man City against Everton. A tough game for City on the last day of the season if they're going into that game needing a win for the title. Sheffield United versus Burnley, West Ham versus Southampton, Wolves against Man United. A very tough game for either of those sides if they're going into that game needing a win for European football. So some very good games on the final day of the season as well, I see. The main thing I want to see now is Chelsea's first 6 games to the season now, because we've seen the opening day, we've seen Boxing Day, and we've seen the final day, and there's some decent fixtures on each one. Oh my god, they're showing Liverpool's first 6, and I've just clocked that we host Liverpool on the second weekend of the season. Oh my word. Frank Lampard's first home game in charge of Chelsea in the new season will be against Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp. Right, so I'm actually going to go on the Premier League website now and check the full fixture list, because of course they're not going to show the whole thing on Sky Sports. So I'm going to see who Chelsea's first 6 matches are. Okay, so we have Brighton away on the Monday night football at the Amex, then we host Liverpool on the second weekend, then we go away to West Brom the week after, and then we have 2 home games against Crystal Palace and Southampton either side of the international break. I'm going to see if I can check who we're playing after that then. Okay, so the week after then we go to Old Trafford, and then we go to Turf Moor, and then we host Sheffield United at Stamford Bridge. Okay, let's check the derbies now. When are City playing United in the Manchester derby? First of all, I've clocked City are playing Liverpool at home on the 7th of November, so that's a date to look forward to. Okay, so the Manchester derby is on the weekend of the 12th of December, so a Christmas classic there. I think I've just clocked we don't play Man City till the 2nd of January, and we play them at Stamford Bridge. That's a bit weird. So we don't play City again in 2020. I'm gonna see what the run-in looks like, because that's when the season comes to its business end, and there is some tense games. So we've seen the last day of the season. On the second last day, Chelsea host Leicester, Liverpool travel to Burnley, and City travel to Brighton. So apparently our 3rd and 4th final games to the season are at home against Arsenal and away to Manchester City. So if we're in any sort of title challenge or top 4 challenge at that stage, that is going to be a tough task for us going into the running. But yeah, that is the full fixture list now released for the Premier League for the new season. If you want to go and see this for yourself, obviously go onto like the Premier League website or the Premier League app or whatever you choose to go to. And yeah, as I said, the opening day fixtures: Burnley versus Manchester United, Manchester City versus Aston Villa, Crystal Palace versus Southampton, Fulham versus Arsenal, Liverpool versus Leeds, Tottenham versus Everton, West Brom versus Leicester, West Ham versus Newcastle, Brighton versus Chelsea, and Sheffield United versus Wolves. So some decent games on the opening day of the season, I have to say. The only thing is there's no confirmation as to like what times the games are on the opening day of the season and beyond, so we don't know who's actually kicking off the season in that 12:30 kickoff, but I'm sure that will be released very soon. So of course the 12th of September, a date that I and a lot of people are very much looking forward to now that the fixtures have been released. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you're happy with your team's opening day fixture. And yeah, also make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we're looking for 400 subscribers as soon as possible. And see you guys in my next video. See ya.